What percentage of black people are in jails in Canada? What percentage of Canadians in jails are black people? What percentage of Canadians in jail are indigenous? These are some of the statistics we need to know as we celebrate International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, which took place yesterday, Sunday, every March 21st. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Franklin, your Chief Information Officer for Alberta, sharing wonderful information every day on opportunities, grants, jobs, and important things that are changing your life, important information. Voices of Impact show every day, Monday to Friday, right here at ArtSphere. What do we do at ArtSphere? Event space, do your events, whatever creative stuff you want to do, ArtSphere can host you. It's an art studio, there's a commercial kitchen, which you can use for starting your catering business or doing whatever you want to do, or using this kitchen to serve food at the event space where you are renting. As well as we have a luxurious cafe coming and a merchandise store. You want to exhibit your products, we can help that right here. So that's ArtSphere, just opposite Canada Place, right here in downtown Edmonton. Important information coming up. Africaniva, celebrating the rich Afro-Caribbean culture, is coming up June 5, 6, and 7 at Eastwood Park. Call for vendors is still going on. Food vendor is closed. Non-food vendor is still open. Volunteers are welcome. Can get experience in putting a festival together, marketing, sales, whatever experience you need, communications. We're also taking models. We are also still sharing whatever you want to do with the festival. You have wonderful ideas, let's talk. So we can get some ideas from you and add to the program. So any creative person, this is a place for you. This year, Africaniva, we have a lot more multicultural involvement, so it doesn't matter your communities, join us. Let's celebrate your rich culture. So what other important things we captured for you today, things that we think you should know? The Edmonton budget is now being deliberated. Community engagement has started today, March 23rd is when the community engagement starts. You can do that online, or you can go to one of the locations in the wards in Edmonton. The city of Edmonton will be going across the city to share this information. We are going to try to bring these city councillors here at ArtSphere so organized communities can also engage with them on this budget. This is a very important part of Edmonton. You have ideas, you have things that you think should be in this budget, things that the city should consider, have your input, be involved. The city has that on their website. We also have this on the link below or above. Click and share your thoughts, or go meet the councillors and the mayor one-on-one. The mayor said he's going to be at some of the events, so you might catch him there as well as the other councillors. So get involved, get your input. It's our city, you live here, you like this city, you moved here from wherever you moved, or you were born here, get involved in these conversations, very important. International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. These are some comments that we found online under some of the posts that some people are saying about International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. I have to read some of them. It's all quotes. You can't just import millions of people from third world countries in a matter of years and expect Canadians to just deal with it. That's what one person said. And another person also said, white replacement is real and people will fight back. That's from another person online. And another one said, it's okay to be white and a nationalist. Some other person echoed this sentiment. There is no systemic racism in Canada. Hope this helps. And another one fired. Canada is a free country. If I want to be a racist, I'm allowed. So the last Prime Minister of Canada, the former Prime Minister, that's Justin Trudeau, said systemic racism exists in Canada. And the Canadian government is doing some things to fight systemic racism, to fight racism. And here are some of the things happening. As I said in the beginning of my introduction, who are the most in jails in Canada? The Indigenous community. They make up about 30% of the jails of the inmates in Canada. 30%. What's the population of Indigenous community? Just 5%. So 5% of Indigenous people make up 30% of the jails. We have a problem right there, right? I guess that's why the government is coming up with some ways to address that, which I'm going to look at that in a moment with the Indigenous Anti-Racism Act. We also have the black community. They are the second most populated people in Canada in the jails. So the black community is just 3% of Canada, but they make up 9% of jails in Canada. Just 3% of the population make up 9% of the population in jails. That's also another problem. I guess that's why you have another action coming up for the black community injustice too. So the International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination is celebrated every day on March 21st. This started in Sharperville in South Africa, where police opened fire on, that's 1960, police opened fire on a group of demonstrators. Peaceful protesters were fired. And by 1966, this started. The International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination started to be celebrated. In South Africa, it's called Human Rights Day, but across the world, it's called International Day for the Elimination of Racial Discrimination. So, racial discrimination is real. Do your part to save it. Don't listen to what those other guys are saying. How is Canada? What's Canada doing? So Canada has some few policies and some few programs that they are doing. You have the Indigenous Justice Strategy. You have the UN Declaration. Indigenous Justice Strategy is more focused on indigenous community and how to get them out of jails and get them fight for their rights and their truth and reconciliation and all related stuff to how indigenous people were treated badly from residential schools up to today. While you have the UN Declaration Act, this is to fight human rights in the indigenous community. You have the Black Justice Strategy, which is to focus on injustice in the against black people in Canada. So these three key principles are some of the stuff that the Canadian government is doing to fight racism. As I said, Justin Trudeau, the former Prime Minister of Canada, said systemic racism is real in Canada. Now we are going to switch gears to some other things we think you should know. If your kids are going to Edmonton Public Schools, or you are just somebody interested in being part of change, then you want to be on this board, on this committee. The Inclusive Education Committee of the Edmonton Public School Board is hiring people on the committee. By April 10th, you should apply. The link, click again and go to the link. Some of this stuff are good. You get to bring your input and the input from our communities into this system, this educational systems that have been here forever, that don't reflect us in most of the policies. Get involved, be in there. You also get to network and meet people in the city and in the community that you should know. And build yourself, learn, connect, network. Build yourself. So these are important stuff. That's why we share it on Voices of Impact show every day, Monday to Friday. If you're Indigenous youth and you want to be part of this justice system, then join the Calgary Police Service. They have a program coming up. The other day we shared the one that the Calgary Police Service was doing for just black community to join the Calgary Police Service. This one is Indigenous youth between 27 and 30. So this kind of information only right here because we take this very, very serious. And I'm sure you already know. If you don't, then hear it from here. There is a leadership election for the Canada NDP. There's a Alberta NDP, that's a separate party. There's a Canadian NDP. The Canada NDP is a separate party that is national. And the leadership is going on now after Jack Benson resigned in the last election. There are these candidates, 5 of them vying for the leadership. Guess what? One Albertan, one Edmontonian right here in Edmonton is taking part, and her name is Heather McPherson, right here, Edmonton Strathcona MP, Member of Parliament for Edmonton Strathcona. And you have the other guys, Tanil Johnston, Rob Ashton, Evie Lewis, and Tony McQuay. All of them are taking part to be the leader of the NDP. So if you've not voted, it's time to vote. 6 days left. Have you tested Edmonton water recently? Those of us who drink tap water, you will get the taste. It tastes a bit strange because that is real. It's really strange. But EPCOR, who is a company managing the water system in Edmonton, says it's safe to drink. But if you are tasting it funny, you have no problem. There's nothing wrong with your mouth. It's real. Calgary is fighting to stop deaths on the roads. And there are 38 lives lost in Calgary so far, and the city of Calgary wants to do something to avoid this. So enough is enough. Join the campaign. Be careful out there in the roads in Calgary and do your part to save and keep everybody safe. On that note, if there is something you've heard today that you think you should share with somebody, then share this with them, because this is very, very important, and we want everybody to know and benefit from this very, very important life-changing information. And if there are things you think we should be talking about and we are not talking about, and you want us to talk about, like so many other people who are sharing with us, let us know. We'll be happy to share that. It's the beginning of the week. It's a Monday. It's a beautiful day. The weather is getting better and better. We'll see you around again tomorrow, and enjoy your day. Take care.